This summer, I made a choice. Even as the leads slowed down, even as the fundings and apps dipped below my monthly goal last month, if you remember from episode 3, even as 2 massive enterprise deals that I've been chasing fell through, I didn't go into panic mode. I didn't abandon everything else to grind harder. I stuck to my commitment to enjoy all the areas of my life, not just the business. That's not laziness, that's reprogramming. I've seen this trap before. In 2008, I built the #1 mortgage brokerage in the country, and then I drove it off a cliff. Why? And once I got to the top and still didn't feel like it was enough, whether I was enough, I had a major breakdown in my hotel room, hours before receiving the Top Broker of the Year award. That moment wrecked my business, but it started the rebuild of me. A peaceful, grounded, intentional founder. One who builds with my whole life in mind, not just my business success. These last few weeks, my old programming came knocking on the door. You're falling behind. You're not grinding hard enough. Get back on the phones. You're underperforming. You're not living up to your potential. How many of us have heard those things? But instead of listening, I paused. I asked, is any of this actually true? The truth is, I was being deeply intentional. I prioritized dirt biking, camping, golf. I love playing golf. I spent time with my family. I met my second granddaughter just last week. And when 3 live deals came in, I trusted my team to underwrite them, and I went golfing. When I had strategy sessions to write, but it was 5 o'clock and dinner was planned with my family, I just let my team do it. In a few weeks, my new sales rep's going to be doing all of that anyway. I shut it all down. That can wait. Just yesterday, as an example, I had a full day on the docket for a Monday, but my son called and asked me to go to the driving range over the lunch hour and help him with his swing. I paused, and my true self spoke up. These are the life moments that are important. And I said yes. We had a great connection, and some advice that I gave him worked for him, and his swing was coming around, and we bonded. I came back to work and I carried on. A previous version of me might have skipped that moment. I'm too busy, but not this time. I'm actively buying back my time. Any and all tasks that I should not be doing, I don't do. I'm focusing on what really matters. This is important because I know some of you will be saying, well, this sounds crazy. Like, how can you just blow off business or, work less? And I'm convinced, I coach a lot of high performers. I'm convinced that really a lot of time can be saved by just getting out of the things that I shouldn't be in. So I now only make space for what moves the needle. I know that this is against conventional wisdom. I've fallen for that trap before. The only way to prove my worth was if I achieved success, but the problem is that that was a lie. Whose success? Only business success? Whose measurement? This culture works for a while, and some of you may be at a place where diligent, focused work matters to get momentum, but it stops working when it's driven by a narrative that this is the only way to prove my worth. The last time I did this, my health went to shit. I ballooned to 215 pounds. I was so emotionally dysregulated. I ran over people. The anxiety that I lived with every day, I'm convinced gave me an autoimmune disease that I live with today. That's my parting gift from those challenging years. Some people blow up their marriages. Their relationship with their kids is empty. They're addicted to everything under the sun, and they try to escape those feelings of inadequacy. All for what? To prove they have a successful business? There has to be a better way. I can have the business that I want, that I create, and I can do that without sacrificing other parts of my life. That's the path I'm trying to prove this time. I know that some of you might be saying, yeah, but you're building a 5 to 6 mortgage deal a month business. Of course it's easy for you to have more time. My answer to that is that that's the business I'm building right now. But I'm trying to get this to a significant volume. And as it grows, I will maintain this staunch position. I just will not sacrifice the other areas of my life for business again. This is the test. This is build mode. Also, I operate 2 other businesses and I still prioritize all the areas of my life. If you're a smaller producer like me right now, you can easily design this. And if you have high volumes, then frankly, it's even easier. You have people. I know this because, again, I am coaching high producing mortgage professionals, and I have for years. Some of my clients I've been with for over 10 years, and they've all built their businesses under the same model, re-healed themselves, built something they're proud of, but they're more proud of the life that they're now living. Many high producers today are doing way too much work in their business, and that's what slowly eats away at the other areas of our life. Buy back your time and only work on the critical things on your business and driving revenue into your business. Then you have time to enjoy your whole life. So yeah, while I was camping, training for my marathon, riding trails with my friends, being a good husband, father, and grandfather, I was also landing a whale. The grind didn't get me there. Peace did. Presence did. Intention and sticking to the plan. That's what did it. So I did all of this without sacrificing my health, without neglecting my family, without grinding my soul in the dirt to get there. That's build mode. And I hope it gives you the permission to build differently too.